Guys? So today we're going to talk onions on our 2-minute Tuesday tips. Just how to cut them, how to select them, just the basics. I thought it was really good for people to know exactly kind of what they're looking for and how I deal with an onion. So when you're buying onions, you're looking for obviously that first skin, is loose, but you still want it to be kind of tight. You don't want it to be like mushy or squishy. So this is pretty firm all the way around. And then you just kind of want it to look healthy. I mean, it is something that kind of tends to be cellared. So that first layer of skin always kind of be a little dry, but you kind of want it to look healthy. So how I deal with them is simply, when I peel them, I start on the butt end. Just take the butt end off. Take some of these excess guys off. It's always good to take some of these excess off so that they don't fall into your food or onto your cutting board. Then I take the top off. And then I always, with the red onion in particular, that first layer, even like this part looks really nice, then this part is kind of dried out. I always just take that first layer off. I think it ends up with a better final product anyway. So I just kind of give it a little cut and then peel back. Okay. And once you break through to the end here, should be a little bit easier to peel. Yeah, just like that. You can use your fingernail if you got one, or your knife. Either one kind of works. So now the other thing I do, which is different than a lot of people, I like to try to maximize the use of the onion, right? So what I like to do is I like to core the butt end. So stick the tip of the knife on an angle and just cut out that butt end. So for me, it's very rare where I'm not going to use a whole onion, or at least a half an onion. So I don't really like leaving the butt end when I'm dicing in particular, because I do think it leaves like weird pieces. So what I like to do is I take that butt end off, and then, very important, sharp knife, obviously. So I cut it in half. So if I'm doing julienne for like a salad or something, you have to think that an onion kind of already has your julienne marks on it. All these little rows are kind of your julienne marks. So you're just going to follow those marks, essentially. And you're cutting towards the center, so you're angling a little bit. And then when I get to here, I always find it easier just to flip it and then cut it just on that angle like that. So you end up with really beautiful, all even julienne onion. That's the best way, to me, that's the best way to do julienne. Obviously, if you want to break them up, you just break them and they'll come right off. Just give them a little squeeze. The sharp knife actually helps them keep together. That's actually why it's really important to have a sharp knife. And now for a dice, I know a lot of people, very traditional, to kind of cut in, and then cut down. I'm just not, I believe in efficiency, and I just don't find that to be that efficient. When I dice onion, I use the whole onion. So what I like to do is I come in and I leave everything together. And of course, size-wise, if you want it a little bit bigger, you can make your cuts bigger. Or if you want them smaller, you can make your cuts smaller. And I kind of like following the same kind of almost like bowed cut around like that. Keep everything nice and together, and then you're just gonna cut straight down. Just, again, super important to have that sharp on the end. You just flip it down like that, just like that. And then you end up with beautiful, uniform, I mean, these are just about as uniform as you can get. And then they're just consistent and they'll cook up evenly. You cut them a little smaller if you put them in like salsa or something like that. But also important that you utilize the entire thing. You know, product is money, so utilization is key to saving money over the course of time. So cutting it that way to me saves time and money, both ends. And that's it. So that's how you cut a red onion. It's your 2-minute tip on Tuesdays.